Gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about China. That's right, we're going to be talking about China. Do you guys know that while the rest of the world is frantically hunting for a Rolex watch, the Chinese are desperately dumping theirs? That's right. The Chinese are desperately dumping their watches, their Rolex watches, or should I say luxury goods. You know, they're also dumping Hermes ladies' bags. That's right. But before I get into that subject, let's go into my magical intro. So guys, I'm back. So like I was telling you earlier, you know, many of the Chinese citizens that are well off are selling off their luxury goods. That's right. They're selling off all their unwanted luxury goods. Like what? Like Rolex, like Hermes ladies' bags. They're getting rid of them. They just don't want them. They're called the unwanted luxury goods. In particular, Rolex watches. You know, in China, there's even fights going on over those unwanted Rolex watches. That's right. I know it's hard for you to believe that, but in China, they have unwanted Rolex watches that they don't want any longer. And they're selling it to the secondary market. That's right. They're selling all those watches that are unwanted to the secondary market. Or should I say secondary gray watch market? At bottom basement prices. That's right. These well-off Chinese citizens are just getting rid of all those timepieces. I should say Rolex, I should say APs, I should say Pateks, and even Richard Mille. That's right, even Richard Mille. Isn't that hard to believe? And those are the well-off people or the well-off citizens that live in China. I spoke to you about, you know, the well-off selling their watches. Now I'm gonna talk to you about the middle class. The middle class are just dumping every watch they have. They're dumping them to the secondary market, to the pawn shops, and their Rolex watches over there at 50% value. 50% value. An example, the watch costs $10,000, they're selling it for $5,000. You have so many Submariners over there, Rolex Submariners, you won't believe it. You won't believe the pawn shops don't know what to do with so many Rolex Submariners. If you want to get watches, you got to go to China. I mean, there's ladies' Hermes bags, Louis Vuitton, Fendi, all luxury goods. They're getting rid of all these watches at bottom basement prices. You won't believe that, what's going on over there. If you can get over there to China, you can find any Rolex you want over there. Any Rolex you want. They're getting rid of all their watches. You won't believe that they're doing that with the Rolex watches. You won't believe it, but it's true. They're getting rid of all their Rolex watches. It's unbelievable what's happening in China. I mean, if you don't want to believe me, you don't have to believe me. Google it, and look into it, and you'll see what I mean. Google it. Don't be afraid to Google. I Google search. You know, when I don't believe something or I think it's not, I just Google it and look for it, do research. You should do that. So Google it, and you're gonna find out the truth. You know, China is something really big happening over there. There's just watches everywhere. You won't believe the watches that, you know, people that I know are telling me that they're getting over there. I mean, I don't want to tell you the prices because it's, you know, you guys won't believe me. But anyway, there's a big thing happening in China. Like I said again, there's fist fights over there. You know, there's fist fights over those unwanted Rolex watches. Can you believe that? Unwanted Rolex watches in China? I've never heard of such a thing in my life, but there is. I mean, there is unwanted Rolex watches everywhere. In the secondary market, I mean, they're everywhere. You won't believe the watches that are over there. And I'm talking about heavy hitter watches at 50% off. That's right. Situation is bad over there. The economy, recession, pandemic. And these people over there, they take it very, very seriously. We're here going crazy, frantically looking for Rolex watches. You know, while they're thinking over there how they're gonna pay their monthly mortgage, their car payment, their insurance, their children's tuition. You know, they're doing that. They're selling their luxury goods. They don't want them no more. I don't want this no more. Forget about the Hermes bag. Forget about the AP watch. Forget about the Rolex watch. They don't want it. That's what's happening in China. If you guys didn't know that, that's really happening in China at this moment, and that's happening in China. So if you have any contact in China, that's the place for you to get your Rolex watch, all the timepiece you're looking for. You know, we know that the gray market is gonna go into a war, you know, a war very, very soon with all the other secondary gray watch dealers. That's right, there's gonna be a big war going on. There's gonna be, in the next month and a half, there's gonna be an outbreak war with the secondary gray watch market dealers. That's right, they're gonna have it out. They're gonna have it out. They're gonna have to get rid of all those watches they've been holding on, because they're holding on to them. They're holding on to them, but they're gonna have to get rid of them. Okay? Stay easy, stay put. They're gonna have to get rid of them. And then, guys, watches that come naked without no paperwork, those watches gotta be sold automatically at 50% off. That's right. Those watches that come naked, no paperwork, no certificate, no guarantee, none of that stuff, those watches will have to be sold in the secondary gray watch market at 50% off. If the watch costs $20,000, it costs $10,000. Because there's no paperwork, there's nothing. It's a ghost watch. It's a ghost watch. You can't even send it in to get, you know, to get a service, because once it goes into the service and there's no paperwork of that watch, they stay with the watch. The watch is stolen. Okay? So be careful. There's gonna be a real big outbreak war amongst the secondary gray watch market. That's right, a big war is gonna happen. Well, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. You learned something from the situation in China, where you can go get all your watches at. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like my video. And gentlemen, like I always say, take care and brush your hair.